So you've gone through something painful. Some people might think it was no big deal, but to you, it was super painful. It might have been at the hands of someone else and something they said or something they did. And you're not sure how long this pain is going to last. And you're not sure if you'll ever recover. Maybe you feel too broken and this is just going to be your new normal. Hi, I'm Jill Monaco, and I'm a credentialed and certified life coach. I'm the founder of Freedom Coaching and Jill Monaco Ministries. My passion really is to help you encounter the presence of God so that you can find freedom in Christ. And this area of pain is something that you need to show up in the presence of God with. And I know that you want to just get rid of it. You want to make it go away. The thing that we seek God for sometimes, and He's not mad about it, is, God, will you please take this pain from me? Will you take this fear? Will you take this anxiety? I give it to you. Why do I still have it? And when you're living with pain, whether it's emotional or spiritual or physical, your next thought is, okay, well, what happened? What caused this? Well, there's a real thing happening in your amygdala, your fight or flight center, that's like, if I can make sense of this, like I figure out why it happened, then I can avoid it in the future. And then sometimes something similar happens in the future and it has nothing to do with what originally happened. It's nowhere near the same, but your pain radar goes off at like a number 10 with a level 1 situation. And those are called triggers. And so I want to share a little bit about something that I learned about pain. Pain happens in the moment or in a series of moments, and it can be really overwhelming. It can cause anxiety and depression and all kinds of, other things that come from that initial thing that happened. And then it can fade with time or with counseling or coaching. But then it might come up again. And you're like, oh, did I just blow this? Is there a reason why I'm not healed yet? And I want you to think of your pain as a scar. And so some scars are visible on the outside, right? You cut yourself and it was a light scar. It wasn't very deep and it heals easily and it fades. Well, other things are deeper and they leave a lasting scar. Sometimes they're bumpy on the skin and other people see it and they're like, whoa, what did you go through? And if it's still in the healing process, them even asking about it is like bringing up that trigger of that pain again. And so what we do is we cover our scars. We cover our pain because we don't want to talk about it. And then as more time goes on, that scar begins to heal even more. And now someone can push on it or see it and ask you about it and it doesn't hurt anymore. You can share that story. I want you to see that your pain has a process, and throughout every single stage, there's a different purpose in it. And you have the choice to have separate boundaries through each of those stages. You have every right to cover up that scar as it's still healing because you don't want to talk about it. And even when it's fully healed on the outside and maybe on the inside and someone asks, you have the right to be like, I really don't feel like revisiting that story. Or you might want to. You might want to take that pain and let that scar be the story of redemption of what Jesus did in your life. Just like he showed his scars to Thomas, there are some people who just believed he rose from the dead, and others needed to see the scars. There are people in your life that need to see the scar. They need to know you went through it in order to trust you with their pain. And so I want you to be encouraged that every part of your pain healing process is valuable. There's lessons that you're going to gain through that journey that are eventually going to help others. I hope this blesses you.